these are the last 5 subframes going out. I think tomorrow or Friday, I can't remember. Oh, actually tomorrow is Friday, Jesus. Anyways, I need to talk to you, I want to talk to you, not need to, about these MR2 VR6 we built, because I've noticed that when you hear me or Steve, mostly Steve, talking about it, show you what we're doing, how we build it, the noises and tests and everything, we always say that yeah, we build this car for sale, which it is, but it isn't completely truth. So let me explain exactly what happened and why this car actually is here. So once we've done the, I'm gonna show you the crappy one, but that's my template, or yeah, kind of like a jig chassis. I'm building everything around the 1.8 twin valve. So once we've done all the kit, everything, the fuel system, the water system, blah blah, and all the stuff, we said, well, now we should really, once we invested that money and time, we should try now together and get the fruits from our work, and trying to put some marketing on it, try to sell it as much as possible, put our efforts in there. But that will be a reasonable way to do it, because neither me or Steve are reasonable. We said, well, I wonder if the VR6 will fit. Well, we found around the world only two, around the world, on the internet, being built, and both of them, they were not very nice. Like, to my eyes, it was a bloody disaster in both cases. Anyways, I said, well, let's try and see if there is actually space. Turns out there is a space. There is plenty of space if you find the correct engine position. Obviously, you have to move the engine further inside the cab to say so. It's protruding pretty much this. Well, the engine bay, the standard engine bay is here, so it only needs about a couple of inches, but you don't want to do it. You want to open this space as I've done here, because then if you have to do any work, it's not engine out. It's actually very easy. And yes, this has more work involved to be done to fit the VR6 because all of this. But once this is done, it's actually easier to work on this than even on 1.8. And 1.8 obviously being a different position, if you really know, you can work on them better than the standard ones. Anyways, that's not the reason. Again, I'm blabbing away anyway. So, the reason we had this car, because we decided, well, we're doing the VR6 conversion, we see if it fits. And then if that wasn't enough, I said, well, VR6 are great, but what about we gonna use the VR5? So I said, I'm gonna use the VR5, since we have the VR5 in the Frog. But then we say, well, because this is 6-speed manual, let's make something different and use a DSG, because they're getting very popular these days, because they are good strong gearboxes. And so okay, we're gonna do one VR6 manual and one VR5 Turbo DSG. This was prioritized, obviously, because this my car obviously can be here for longer. I guess that was the reason, maybe not, who cares. Anyways, to actually do the proper job, you got to finish it. You got to finish the whole build, because I really needed to see if there's space for the turbo, if there's a space for the exhaust, if there's enough space for all the mounts, how the engine actually fits. Once it's fitted, can you actually work on it? Can you remove those plugs? Can you remove those spark plugs, with the engine in place, in that particular place? Can you fit our charge cooler system without modifications, and will it fit? So all these small changes. And then once you have the VR5 with the DSG gearbox, the mounting places actually change a little, not much, but a little. And when you have the kit and engine mounts and all the stuff around it, the stuff cannot fit almost. It has to fit properly. So yeah, there was quite a lot of work around the VR6 and VR5 engines, more than I was expecting. However, once you figure everything out, so the fuel system is working good, the cooling system is working good, not only how to connect it, because again, the Toyota and the Volkswagen use completely different ways of cooling the engines or routing the water, the coolant around the matrix area. So you have to do it proper, you have to know how to do it, and also you have to test it actually cools down enough, because, you know, is the radiator going to be strong and big enough, are the fans going to be strong enough, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. But once it's done, once it's finished and everything is verified that it's working good, I don't have use for this car anymore. It actually ends its purpose in this workshop. And now, well, I had the gearbox off to fit a stronger clutch in order to map it. Turns out the clutch we had, it was the wrong clutch, so I had to reassemble it with the standard clutch. It's in good condition, it's actually fresh clutch, but the standard is not strong enough to hold over 400 brakes, because this is easy over 400 brakes, you know, if you go for mapping and do it proper. So I didn't have the time, and now we have to do it. And it involves more time and money, and I don't have neither of them to spend on this car at the moment, because it will not return me anything extra. If I have to spend time to actually finish all those things, it will remove the time from my hands, and I need to put that time in this car, because now this needs to be finished. Because again, electrics for the DSG, I'm working on a different electrics completely, because so far we used to do hybrid wiring looms, which is actually oh sorry, these are two wiring looms, two hybrid ones. Takes a lot of time. On this one I'm running something different, a prototype I want to finish, but also this needs to be integrated with a DSG kind of control. So I really have to put time into this car. Means I have to remove the time from this. So I don't mind to actually let this go for less money than we planned, but we're not gonna spend any more time, because for me the time is more valuable than anything else at the moment. So yeah, so far we've been talking about it. Yeah, we're gonna sell it once it's done, but now you know the reason. The car is redundant now. Serves me no purpose in this workshop, and yeah. I think I'm gonna ask Steve to put it for sale properly, trying to advertise it and let it go. The guy can be driven out. I need about day and a half, because I need to connect the charge cooler to the radiator, make a screamer pipe for the wastegate, a couple of things. All of this is finished. I just removed the lid because I needed to borrow the battery for a moment, put it off roof, or we can see without the roof, because someone may want a fresh, you know, roof, or maybe a roll cage or half roll cage and a hardtop. I don't know, doesn't matter, you know. It could be sold as it is now. It's literally jump in and you can drive it away, because we did it, we drove it away, so it's fine. And yeah, this really requires my attention. Can actually start it now. Probably gonna get some throttle, but charging the battery at the moment, it should be charged enough to. Let me just put the phone here for a second. Let me see if she starts easily, because it's missing a lot of sensors, but it doesn't matter for now. Yes. It starts with the exhaust being very budged. It's literally resting on that case. There's nothing well up, it's just to hear the note. Good job out there, remote. Throttle. Kick it in from here. Beautiful. The VR6 Turbo definitely sounds amazing, but the VR5 Turbo definitely sounds amazing. It's two different sounds. This sounds like a 80s Audi rally cars, 5-cylinder turbos, because it is 5-cylinder turbo. It just sounds amazing. Yeah, with the DSG this is gonna be great. But so this, there's no winning, there's no better, there's no worse, this is just different. I would say VR6 if you really want to go for loads of power, but also for drivability. When we tested with Steve, we literally went around the block in 4th gear, 5th gear. It's got so much torque you can actually pull up in sixth. Well, we did it in fifth, and then we do it in sixth as well. Second gear, yeah, pull off easily. Even third, easily. So the drivability on this, because of the bigger engine, is just awesome. It's just nice. And surprisingly, this car doesn't actually push you to drive fast. Some of the cars, they kind of require, they really push you to go fast. You know, there's revvy engines, small capacitor stuff. But this is just the pleasure of driving. So yeah, gonna connect a couple of these things, and this officially is gonna be for sale now. As it is, I don't care. I can let it go for less, but I need the space, I need the time. So there's no point to keeping the car here for something that I will not have a time to do, because I would really need to go on this. Plus, I actually want to get on with this. I want to get this back on the road before the summer actually ends, you know, and drive it for a little bit. Anyways, this is it, and yeah, this is the story of the MR2, which is now gonna be for sale, and this one hopefully very soon. I have the plenum now. I'm not gonna show you. I'm gonna do it once it's finished, so I can actually get on with the whole turbo system. I've got the intercooler, and again, this one has a charge cooler, so this one to make a different intercooler. Again, development. All right, I will talk to you soon.